Hello, welcome back. So in this part, we are going to solve another example to calculate the net effective area. Now in this case, we will see how do we find out net effective area in case of angle. So in this problem, it is being asked that determine the net area A net for the angle section, which is 200 by 150 by 10 mm. It is actually the mm angle with M20 bolt holes as shown in the figure. So in the figure you can see now. So from the figure it is we can say that the angle is connected from both leg, from this leg and from this leg. So in this case, I mean in such case when the angle is connected from both end, how do we find out the net effective area? The process I have already explained in the previous lecture in the theoretical aspect of design of tension member. So for detail you can see that, and for briefly I will be sharing, I will be showing you how do we find out the net effective area in case if the angles are connected from both legs, like in our case. So in this case, I have explained in the lecture that when the leg, both leg, this one and this one, when both legs are connected with the bolt, and in the section you can see, what we do is we imagine that the angle is being flattened. Angle is being flattened just like a plate, like this. And in that case, we try to find out this G star value. So this G star value is basically the gauge length of the flattened angle or flattened leg. So G star is calculated by this formula, GA plus GB minus 1. So this GA may be G1, G2 or AB, whatever, uh, as per the problem. So in this case, GA, you can see GA is this one and GB is this one. So plus, when we add both of them, then we deduct minus T. Why? Because in the GA, we are considering the T value. In GB, we are considering again the same T value. So to deduct one T value, then only we will be able to find out the, this plus this length. So in that we have to deduct one thickness, this one. So now this we will see in our solution. So in our solution, you can see our angle section is this 200 by 150 by 10. So the shorter leg is 90 plus 90 and 60. So this is the bolt hole. So center of the hole to the edge, the distance is 60. It is already mentioned in the problem. And this one is 90. Sorry for the interruption. So I was saying that in the problem it is already mentioned that there are these distance are given. So the longer leg is having dimension 200 and the shorter leg is having dimension 150, and the distance is these 85, 75, 40. It is already mentioned in the problem. So now if we flatten this angle, it will look like this. And in that case, this value will be the G star that we have to find out. So G star, here in the figure you can see G star is calculated by summing this G1 plus G2. So now in this case, like this one was GA, so we are calling this as G1, and this one was GB, we are calling this as G2. So we are adding this and we are deducting one thickness value. So ultimately we get G star as 155. So the same I have explained in the theory part. So for bolt, for M20 bolt that is being used in this problem. So for this M20 bolt, the dia of hole will be 22. We will be adding 2 mm. And for the calculation net area, as I said, the angle may be visualized as the flattened part. Like what we are doing is we are just imagining that we have flattened the angle, and then we are finding the net effective area. So G star, I have mentioned in the previous slide also how we have find out. So how we got this value 155, the process is explained. And now we are going to find out the net effective area. Well, we know that in case of, because now we are imagining, we are visualizing this angle as a plate. So for the plate, the formula, now in this case you can see the bolts are arranged in zigzag manner. So for zigzag manner, the formula is B minus ND plus M into P square by 4G and whole multiplied by the T. So this is how we calculate. Well, in this case, you can see, I mean, if I multiply B directly with the T, then I will get the gross area of the plate. And if I have the gross area of the plate, I can deduct the net area of the bolt hole. So again, ND will be multiplied by T. So, I mean, now I'm just, so in this case, if I multiply T from with all value, like this becomes BT minus N into D naught into T plus M into P square by 4G into T. So I can write this like this also. So in this case, this term is called the gross area of plate, and this term will be called the area of the hole, and this term will be the area of the staggered plane. Okay, so now in our case, this BT value, I am saying this as AG, a gross area for the angle sections. Well, these are basically the angle sections. We are just visualizing them as a plate by flattening, but actually they are angle sections. So the AG value, this AG value, we can directly find out from the steel table. Well, I will show you how do we find out the AG value from the steel table. I will be showing you that steel table now. So here in this code, you can see this IS code, IS 8081989. So this IS code is all about the details of the sections that we use in our steel work. So these sections are angle sections, I sections, C sections. So all these dimensions, although their property, we can find out from this code. And now if we move to, so now we can find, now you can see all the properties are given here. So firstly, you can see the beam sections. When there are beam sections, one second. When there are beam sections, you can see the all the properties are given here for beam section. So beam section is designated as MB, IS MB actually, Indian Standard Medium Weight Beam. So their designation is like this. Their mass is given, their sectional area is given, their depth D value is given. So all these value is shown in the diagram also. So similarly, now we are about to find out the gross area of the angle section in our case. So in our case, the angle section is of 150 mm by 200 by 150 mm section. So we are supposed to find out that angle. So, and that is unequal angle because both leg are of different length. So like in this case, you can see the leg of the angle is same. In the case A and B value will be same. Here you can see A and B value 20 by 20. But we have to find out the leg length of unequal section. So here you can see this is the unequal. A and B both are not equal. So now in this case we will be finding our value. So we are supposed to find out 200 by 150 and the thickness is 10 mm. So in our case it is 200 by 150 by 10, and for that the sectional area, so it says the cross sectional area A, which I was referring as AG. So in this case the sectional area is 34.3 and it is in the centimeter square. So if we multiply this, I mean if we want to convert that into the mm square, then simply we will write it as here. So this will be converted as 3430, because ultimately we will multiply 34.3 by 10 square, because in 1 centimeter there are 10 mm. So it is 10 centimeter square, so 10 square. So it becomes 3430. So the gross area, gross cross-sectional area of this angle section is 3430. So this is a process how we find out the any property we can find out using this steel table. So this is basically IS code, but we call it steel table. So now in this case, you can see there are some other property which we can find out if we are required in our numerical. You can see the Ix value, which means moment of inertia about x-axis, similarly moment of inertia about y-axis, Rx, Ry, these are the radius of gyration, Z section modulus, and Cx, Cy is the distance from the CG of the section. So all these value, these value may be used in some numerical part. So as we progress, we will use these value in our subject. So now here you can see in the problem. So as I just I was discussing about the problem, about the formula Ag. In case of ball, in case of plate, it becomes B into T. But here we are already, we can find out the cross-sectional area of the angle from the table. So that is why I'm writing this as Ag. Similarly, N into D into T, M into P square by 4G into T. So this is how I have explained that instead of putting T value outside, if we multiply this T value with inside value, we get a relation like this. So now this gross area of angle we have found out using the IS code. I have just explained this, how do we find out this value in the IS code. So this I also written that this IS code, IS 808, it is all about the properties of the sections. So we can use this steel table also. So now you can see the Ag value is already there. Now we are supposed to find out the net effective area. Well, this A, B, and we are calling this as C. Now we have to find out the net effective area. Well, there is again zigzag manner. So again, we may have possible path of failure along this line or along this line like this, or along this line like this. So there may be so many possibility, but we are restricted to only this section, because finding the, I have already explored in the previous problem that how different sections, the different path we can take, and calculating the net effective area using those paths. So I have already explained that in the previous example. So you can explore them as per your own convenience. But now I am exploring only these three paths, because I know that these three whole will give us the net effective area. So now going to the next slide. So first, if we consider path AC, so this is path AC. So in this case, you can see there are two holes. So this will simply become AG minus number of holes multiplied by the hole dia multiplied by the T thickness. So once we, I mean, this becomes AG minus N into D naught into T. So this is how I have calculated this value. Okay, so there will be no use of P square by 4G. Why? Because along path AC there is no staggered plane. Now considering the next path, which is path ABC. So along the path ABC, you can see the angle section may fail along this path, which is along the path ABC. So along the path ABC, you can see there are three holes, hole A, B, and C, and there are two staggers, this one and this one. So in this case, the formula for AN will be AG minus N into D naught into T plus M into P square by 4G. Well, there will be 2G value. So because of that, I'm not using M. M is used only when P and G value is same for all the inclined planes. So I'm not using M value, but there I will be using P 4G1 square, 4G1 plus P square upon 4G2. So this 155, I'm considering this that G1, and for this 85, I'm considering G2. So in that, now after putting all the value, we can find out AG value we already know, 3430 plus N is the number of holes. So there are number of holes 3 multiplied by the dia of hole, it is 22, multiplied by the thickness, it is 10 plus, sorry, this will be minus. And here it will be plus P square. So 50 square by 4 G1, 4 multiplied by G1, G1 is, I'm considering this as 155 plus 50 square by 4 into this value, 85. So now you can see, once we calculate all this value, we will be able to find out the net effective area along path ABC. So this is how this path is being, I mean the area along this path is being calculated. So now for in this problem, I am just restricting myself for calculating the net effective area along path AC and along path ABC. For your own calculation, you can explore finding the area along this path or along this path or along this path also. But I think we will get least area along this path only, ABC. Okay, so that is why I'm not exploring other path. I have already explained the process, how you can calculate the net effective area along all the path. So in this case, I'm restricting myself to calculating the path along ABC. And this path will give us the least effective area. So in this case, our net effective area becomes 2883.85. So this is how we find out the net effective area in this case. So therefore, this value will govern. So this is the second problem. So we will solve another problem in the next part. Thank you.